Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening, my brothers and sisters. It is wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight, we sift for diamonds in the rough in a seemingly simple, ever-present question, one on the tip of the mind of every child in the world. That is, what do you want for Christmas? But is this perhaps yet another path to unlocking and unleashing the power within? That and much more tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing out there in cyberspace? Namaste to both my Twitch.tv explorers and YouTube.com. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Somebody hitting that Santa already. Somebody having some holiday fun right now in the chat, and that makes me happy to see. That makes me feel overjoyed to see. Namaste to you. Onion Plug, getting us started with the first Santa of the night. Namaste to you. Namaste. It's wonderful to be with you. I'm out of bits, so I can't term anyone tonight, says Fram. I can't term anyone tonight, says Fram. Interesting stuff. Well, welcome on in. We'll see how that shakes out. Maybe Fram will buy more bits. Maybe somebody else will step up to bring that level of vitriol. Because how about that, ladies and gentlemen? How about last Tuesday, right? How about last Tuesday? I felt the hate in the air. I felt the vitriol coursing through the air, especially towards the end. We had people telling other people to fuck off, and I think Fram actually just straight up said, "I hate women." I hate women, which was beautiful to see. I loved seeing that kind of stuff. Namaste to you, Fram, for leading the charge last. I felt like our MVP was Fram Liard just last stream. Namaste to you guys. So how are we doing? Namaste. It feels good. It feels good to be with you. As I've said before, guys, it feels good. Before we get into all the business, of course, this is the most effective personal power program, and we are going to be getting down to business tonight. Make no mistake about that. We are going to be getting down to business. I'm going to be giving you the tools that you need, the transformation that you're seeking. That will all happen as it does every single stream that we step up onto the screen. But however, before we do that, let's go ahead, hit the brakes a little bit. How are you? How are you feeling? How's everybody feeling? I'm doing fantastic, says Onion Plug. Good to see. Good to see. Fuck off, lawman. Namaste. That's from Frem. Huck5, subbing for the 6th month in a row. Namaste to Huck5. Blessings and namaste. Addicted to porn, not a good person. Namaste. And Tyler's Variety. Holy moly. Namaste. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been raided by Tyler's Variety right at the top of our stream tonight. Right at the top of the stream when the going is just getting started. Namaste, Raiders. Welcome on in. It feels good to have you. It feels good to have this kind of energy, this flux of energy at the top of our exploration tonight. It feels good. It feels good. Let that energy surge through you tonight. The energy is special tonight. I can feel it. I can feel it, ladies and gentlemen. I can feel all of you chomping at the bit, ready for those trademark tools and techniques that only explorations can give you, by which to transform your life from the ground up. Namaste. Namaste, Raiders. Raiders, how are we? Tyler, how are we doing? Can somebody fill me in? How was the stream? How was the stream over there? What kind of energy did we end up with over there? Fill me in. Go ahead, fill me in. It gives me a better idea of the energy that I'm dealing with and the energy that I'm going to take with me throughout the stream. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you get a stinker. You get a stinker stream. And everybody knows that. I have never done that. But, you know, a lot of others, you know, I would say a lot of other streamers will say that every once in a while. Yeah, namaste, sleep on monster, blessings and namaste. Now, a lot of people will say that about stream. You know, streamers will say, you know, this wasn't such a good one tonight, right? This didn't feel as good as other streams have in the past. And not this one. Not here, though. Not here, but sometimes. I leave it open. I leave it as a possibility. And that's important. That's my empathy. That's my empathy, especially Tyler's Variety. I take it you're a man. I am pretty much the world's foremost expert on masculine empathy. I don't think anyone can deny that. Anybody who's seen me at work, seen me really the sort of that traction that I get with people, especially men as masculine figures. My sense of empathy is unending. And it's true for non-men as well. You know, women, theys, and they come to me looking for that sort of masculine empathy, but my empathy is spent most effectively towards other men. Namaste to you. Namaste. Ty Ferris, namaste to you. Good to see you. Now I know how I found this place, Public Access 101. Namaste to you. I love that energy. We are sipping a little bit of a Celsius tonight to get you guys up to speed. We're sipping a Celsius. This is one of my faves. This is one of my top fave flavors. If I had to go top fave flavors, I'd go Retro Vibe because that's got a sherbet flavor. I enjoy the Celsius. This is a green apple cherry. And the thing that I love, a quick affirmation for fellas, there is simply no end to the amount of yummy little flavors that you can have out in that world of yours. Well, anyway, hold on, let's fix this. Oh my goodness gracious. Raiders, guys, listen, if you guys haven't seen this before, ladies and gentlemen, what we're getting into right now is referred to as a Jazz Express. As it's triggered by Twitch.tv. It allows us a chance at the top of our stream, and maybe at one other point in the stream, to just focus our visceral energy, the energy of our corporeal, vessel, and because we can't deny that as spiritual beings, we are also physical beings. And as we seek for the harmony and find the dissonance, ladies and gentlemen, we explore that through jazz. Namaste, everybody. Iceman NYR. It feels good to mess with scammers and take away their resources as Tyler and others scam baiters do. Namaste. So getting a sense of, so Tyler providing a sense of justice. Tyler providing a sense of equal justice, right? Because, you know, a lot of the people that get scammed, listen, a lot of the people that get scammed, they don't have any power. They're not that smart. They're dumb. They're vulnerable, right? Especially old people. They're dumb as hell. Let's be honest about why the scammers really focus on the elderly. Because they're dumb as shit. And it feels good, right? It feels good to sort of push back and take the piss out of somebody who would take advantage of somebody so vulnerable and stupid as old people. Namaste, because Lord knows we're all headed there, right? Lord knows we're all headed there. Lord knows we're dying, and we will end up dying very stupid and losers. Just a little bit. I get these little flavor packets. That's how I feel about the universe. That's how I feel as if the universe communicates jazz through me, sometimes through little flavor packets. Like, and consider this for a moment, right? Sometimes you get a full course meal from the universe, and who are you to say no to how obvious a full course meal can be, right? But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, what's sometimes waiting for you on the other side is not a full course meal. Spiritually speaking, it's a flavor packet. Something maybe like a little bit like this. Maybe something a little bit like that. Something, a handful of notes. Something to tide you over till the next moment of hunger, the hunger birthing the universe that we share. Namaste. Georgia's space, fuck scammers, fuck them in their stupid asses. So guys, the idea that I'm getting from Tyler's stream over there, well, I think what we're getting from Tyler's stream over there is a sense of justice, a sense of righteousness, and a sort of rapacious energy. So George's space coming up and saying, hey, if I had a scammer in front of me, I'd literally open up his butt cheeks and I'd fuck him. I'd fuck him in the ass. That is what George in space literally just said. That is the energy that we're starting tonight, and that is a beautiful energy to start with. That is an absolutely gorgeous energy to start with, and I want to thank George in space for being so honest and so vulnerable with me right now. I want to thank George in space, especially, but also I'm looking at Iceman, also cluing us into the energy that we are being filled with as we get started tonight on exploration. So namaste, Dephobe, good to see you. Good to see you. Barry Punch, good to see you, Barry Punch. Getting started with some public fisting energy. Have you ever gotten scammer to kill themselves on the line? Now that would be something, right? That would be something. That would be a little feather in a cap, right? So top 5, I'd have to go with Retro Vibe, Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Can't wait to get this perspective. Thanks so much, Sheen. Can't thank you enough. Appreciate it. I think the Nigerian and the Indians deserve that money more than the old people they harvest from. The old will die and be in hell soon and don't need the money anymore. So that's an interesting counterpoint, ladies and gentlemen, already setting up a nice little a discourse. That's what we call a discourse here on exploration. So what we got going right here is, on one hand, we have these sort of like rapaciously aggressive young men, I would venture to guess, coming from Tyler's stream, very angry and passionate about exacting justice upon these scammers. But then we've got a counterpoint, and it's important to keep that in mind. We don't always think the same thing, all right? We've all got different opinions when it comes to something or another. But here we got Pepperoncini lining it up, sharing the viewpoint that the old people will die and be in hell soon, in the eternal lake of fire. They don't need the money. Maybe these younger men and women in India and Nigeria, maybe they really do need the money more so. Maybe they really do need the money more so. And maybe we can explore that tonight throughout the evening. I think that might be kind of fun and interesting to do as a group. Now, let's see if I can. I'm just seeing if I can get that brightness up a little bit. Not looking right. Okay, So listen, so Cougar Pie nibbling on the bait already. Doesn't take a lot to get her nibbling on the line, though. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Cougar Pie is here waiting for the bait. If Cougar Pie was a fish, she'd be on her back. She'd be waiting for the bait to drop. She'd be waiting for the bait to drop, because it'll give her a sense of, it gives her such a sense of purpose and gratification to nibble that bait and then rip some lightweight little fisher down into the water. Weirdly, if you can imagine that does happen, and we've all seen that happen with the Cougar Pie. Namaste to you, Cook. Good to see you. Good to see you. Cougar Pie be like nom 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 on said bait. Yes, very good. Yes, exactly. I think there's something. Cook, how does that feel to hear? How does that feel to hear from a therapist, which I am, a legally licensed therapist? How does that feel to hear? Namaste to all of us. No. Defoe also backing Chin up on that. Now, interesting. I'd love to see how this is going to go tonight. Well. It's nothing I don't know. That's I know. You're one of your strengths. It's one of your strengths here as an explorer, Cougar Pie, is that you understand. You have come to some sort of, I won't say peace, because you're not a peaceful person by any stretch of the imagination, but you're not lying to yourself about what really motivates you, at least on a surface level. And I respect that about you. I respect that about you. Namaste, everybody. So, guys, listen, come on in. Tonight we're getting into, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? We are starting with the most universal question tonight on the mind of so many, mostly children, but on the mind of so many every holiday season. They are asking themselves, what do I want for Christmas, right? What is Santa gonna bring me? And that's where we are starting tonight, because this might seem like a silly little empty question, ladies and gentlemen, but as I have proven time and time again, some of the most effective tools and techniques available to us to unlock that power inside of us, some of the most effective tools are hiding in plain sight. Hiding in plain sight, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what we're going to be hunting. We're going to be truffle pig hunting for some tools tonight, in a very common trampled upon grass, and maybe we'll find a little piece of something and a little piece of something, and we'll excavate, and we will use everything that we have at our disposal, as we always do, to unlock and unleash the power within. Namaste, and that's what we do here tonight. We're looking for that. We're looking for the power of the next level, as we speak about so frequently here at Explorations. Namaste. Namaste. A scammer apologized to me like 4 days ago. Neon Void, good to see you. Shout out Neon Void. Shout out Neon Void. Shout out Neon Void. Namaste to you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Neon. Blessings. I haven't been here for a long time. It seems like the quality has retrofied even further. You know, it's whatever the team is cooking up. The team cooks stuff up for me. I just show up. I don't even remember anything until I get here. Every last memory I have at the top of every stream is the last stream. You tell me. I don't know. Namaste. But as I was saying, guys, we're going to be opening up the line in just a moment and starting with the question, and you're going to be absolutely flabbergasted at how far we get, how effectively we find the tools that we need. Starting with such a seemingly simple question, what do you want for Christmas? We're going to start there, and we will elucidate aspects of your being in a way that you have been aching to have elucidated for you, but have lacked someone to show you, lacked someone to give you the tools by which to do exactly that, as we will tonight on Explorations. Namaste. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, what do you want for Christmas? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the line so people can get in line, but we do have a couple orders of business until we officially start taking calls. Couple orders of business. All right, there we go. All right, guys, 773-974-9585. The line is open. If you want to get in line, hold your place in line for a little bit. The line is open and you are available to do so. Again, we are exploring what do you want for Christmas tonight. I promise tonight is gonna get intense. It's gonna get tough. This seems like it's gonna be it seems like it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that. Namaste. Line is open. Go right ahead and explore that whenever you're ready. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get to some orders of business. First and foremost, send me some of the P.O. Box. I love getting little letters and postcards and things from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. 60647, ladies and gentlemen. Send me a little something in the mail. I love that. I love that physical contact with you. If I could touch you right now, I would touch you. I'd be all over you. But right now, we got to deal with this P.O. Box in the meantime until we can set up the infrastructure for us to physically explore each other. Namaste. So P.O. Box 47621, if you're ever looking for it, it's in the About section of my Twitch profile. I don't believe it's on YouTube right now, but come on over to Twitch and check that out if you need the P.O. Box. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the real raw material, you're looking for the videos, the postcards, you're looking for the actual program materials by which to transform your life from the ground up. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking for is my community of devoted light at patreon.com. The link I just dropped into the chat, my community of devoted light at patreon.com. For a couple dollars a month, you can get the podcast, you can get the videos, you can get the the music downloads, you can get the postcards. There's literally everything is at your disposal. All right, everything is at your disposal. You can begin transforming your life tonight. And that I guarantee. So go ahead, explore that link. Namaste. There's some free stuff if you are poor. But I will tell you, if you are poor, you're not gonna get anywhere near as much out of it as if you have money, which is true for I would venture to say every other aspect of your life. If you are poor, your life is so much shittier than it would be. And that's important to keep in mind. That's a spiritual lesson in and of itself. I like how my eyes feel when I try to read the bit redeems. Does it feel really good? I'm looking for where the brightness is coming from. I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find where the brightness is. Yep, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, it's good. Don't change it. Namaste. All right. Well, it's gotta stay there. It's gotta stay exactly like this. Namaste. So, guys, welcome on in. As I said before, we are exploring what do you want for Christmas. So, guys, let's just get right into it. Let's open up the line and explore and unlock and unleash the power within. 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. Guys, let's get to work. Let's get to work. We're not. Actually, before I get to this first caller, we do have a caller lined up. Couple of announcements, huh? Couple of announcements. So, guys, do you guys remember what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's a big day for us over here at Explorations. Tomorrow night, starting at 8 p.m., we have our annual Explorations Christmas party on our Discord server. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard anything about who hit that Santa, Nindy knew, you son of a bitch. So guys, listen, it's really going to be something. If you've heard any stories about years past, we really get up to some shenanigans. We really let loose and have some fun as a community on our Discord server tomorrow night. Starting at 8 p.m., we'll have Christmas karaoke room. We'll have a holiday screening, holiday movie screening room. We'll have a lobby for fraternization. And we'll also, at the beginning, for as long as we can get it, we will be taking holiday pictures, one-on-one holiday pictures with Leslie Tanner himself. Leslie Tanner himself, guys. I will be sitting down one-on-one with all of you to take these pictures, and they're so much fun. I don't know if you guys, those of you who got them in years past, you know it's fun. You know it's worth it. Well, it's completely free, but it's absolutely worth it. Nice little keepsake to look back on in the future and say, like, hey, this happened. This is a part of my life. This works. This program works. If this program works, why would I have this picture? This is what you might be saying. So that's what we're going to be getting up to tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I'll jump on stream at 7, well, hour before, just to get a little, start with a little pre-warm up, a little pre-party. I'm going to sing a couple songs, get everybody in the spirit, and then at 8 we'll be kicking it on over to the Discord server to have our holiday fun. 8 p.m. tomorrow, Discord server. But join me tomorrow beforehand to get a little warmed up. Get a little warmed up with me. Namaste. And then on Saturday we have a ladies' night. Guys, we have such an exciting next couple days. I'm looking for. I could not be more excited. This Saturday we'll have a holiday-themed ladies' night. That's right. One-on-one with Leslie and his ladies, be they, normal women or lesbians or trans women or maybe something else that's not even registering in my mind's eye. I stopped caring at some point, but at this point, it's just going to be Leslie and his ladies. But we will also have a special guest co-host, my temporary roommate, not me. She'll be joining us for the night, all stream. Calls directly to me, only ladies, special guest co-host, not me. That's Saturday at normal stream time. Saturday at normal stream time. And like I said, you can be one of those normal women, right? With pussy, with a vagina and breasts. Now, but then you could also be one of the, the weird ones that no one thinks about. Like trans women or, lesbians. Speaking of lesbians, I have seen the numbers get up there recently, and that's heartening to see. Onion plug, my girlfriend and I have begun training our assholes so we can eventually fist each other. We've barely begun, but it's going to be a fun journey. For Christmas, we're gifting each other toys to facilitate this. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough.
You are now in the host room.
Onion plug, going to be fisting, toys, stretching out your assholes. Now, I take it you've done, how many fingers have you done? Onion, can we explore that real quick? Onion, how many fingers have we gotten into? I've only done 2 myself. Okay. And now it's just looking for toys. Yeah, I guess. Are you guys doing enemas? Or is the poop part of it? And I mean that genuinely. I'm not just saying poop because it's funny to talk about poop. I genuinely mean that. You know, some people enjoy the poop stuff. I once worked with a young man who would masturbate with poop. He would put poop on his hand and jack his penis off with it. Why I did it? I didn't. I didn't even say Kook's name. I said poop. I said poop. I didn't say Kook. The only person that mentioned Kook was Nindinu here. No, but I did work with a young man who would pay people to shit on a paper plate or into a bag, and he would save it and smell it and rub it on his hand and jack off with it and So do we get to the bottom of it? With onion plug, is poop part of it? Onion, enemas are fucking underrated. If you haven't had one, I highly suggest trying. Okay, onion plug. Onion plug is I love this. I love knowing this about you. I genuinely appreciate you sharing this with us. 773-974-9585. What do you want for Christmas? So onion plug, starting off with wanting some ass toys to stretch his asshole out with his wife. And honestly, that does sound very intimate, right? That kind of shared interest and shared, a sort of trust with an asshole. Asshole is a very intimate part of the body. The asshole is. Seven 974-9585. Poop will be eventually its projected trajectory. Yeah, I mean it ends up being if you're not. Well, it sounds like you guys are pretty versed in butt stuff, but if you're not versed in butt stuff, poop is just like a little neighbor that, that really rears its head up. Really sort of like, what was DJ Tanner's boyfriend's name? The guy that'd come and eat all the food out of the fridge on Full House. Was it Steve? Was it Dan? No, it wasn't Danny. Danny Tanner. I don't remember his name. What was his name? No, I mean Joey. It was Steve. Okay, thank you, Onion Plug. Thank you. Appreciate it. Not Mish, appreciate it. Not Mish technically was the first one to answer that, so I appreciate that. Steve. So poop is like the Steve of anal sex. If you're not prepared, right? Just like popping up, saying, "Hey, I'm here. Oh, we're partying." Except it's not somebody, a friend. It's literal human shit. Yeah, you love asking chat questions and not looking at it ever again. Well, it's because everybody fucks around and takes forever. and likes to give a bunch of goddamn joke answers like this is a fucking joke stream, and it's not. Everybody likes to joke around and talk about like it's a goddamn joke stream, and it's not that. All right, let's go ahead. Guys, we got our first caller lined up for the night. Let's go ahead. Let's jam. Let's rock. Here we go. Theme. What do we want for Christmas? And I'm pulling in the first caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
It's Angry Mike, and I was on hold for long enough. Who are you trying to think of? What TV character? Who gives a fuck?
I was trying to use an analogy to explain the general role that poop plays with those that are inexperienced in anal sex.
You ain't never had anal sex, bro. Don't sit here and tell me you have.
Yes, I have.
It's very niche. I don't believe it for 2 seconds. Prove it to me.
How would I prove it to you?
You ain't never done it. What's it smell like? He ain't gonna have an answer.
Well,
Look
it
at
depends.
ChatGPT either, dude.
If it was somebody who has never done it before, I mean, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything. You're stalling because I know you ain't had anal sex and you don't know what it smells like. So,
I mean, anal sex, what it smells like?
right.
It's not that complicated,
and
Mike.
still stalling.
You're acting.
still not
You're
an
acting.
answer.
I'm not stalling, Angry Mike. You're acting like you are, this isn't. It's not that niche. It's not like a secret that you know.
Extreme shame on you for talking about this, but you still ain't say what it smelled like.
Brother, it's not that complicated. If you haven't fucked in the ass before, it smells like poop because you didn't think ahead.
You're exactly right. Now you're telling me you've been with people that enema before you do it? Stop lying to me. Why do we got to start off on a bad foot every time with lying?
I don't know why you're accusing me of lying. Yes, this is what happens. Those that are experienced with anal sex and they know they're about to have anal sex in the near future, they'll watch their diet. They'll get enemas. They'll give themselves enemas. There's a whole thing. It's a whole fucking thing.
So you're going to sit here and tell me the times that you've done it, they've happened to have the enema kit ready, or they were just so sure you wanted to put it in their butthole that they cleaned it out 24 hours beforehand is what you're going to tell the people of this audience.
What I'm going to tell the people of this audience, and this is, I feel, I'm not exactly sure why you're grilling me so hard on this. Having sex with an ass isn't exactly like, it's not exactly like climbing Mount Everest. You know, it doesn't require special equipment. It doesn't, it's not that rare. Everybody's got an ass.
I don't know, bro. When you're comparing some buttholes to Mount Everest, I'd compare them to some fucking volcanoes, some of them, bro. You gotta be careful. You can't just say every
you haven't had anal sex. You're the little baby.
What? Oh, now we're just gonna throw insults? Now we're just throwing insults around. You brought this up.
You came onto my program, Angry Mike, with a lot of vitriol. And you're attacking me, calling me a liar in front of the entire community.
I was on hold for like 30 to 45 seconds, bro. That's not right. Just put me on, dude. Put me in there. I can sit there and be on the line, and you can continue to talk about Steve or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
that's
Steve, Sugar Pie with 20 bits saying good caller.
She's right. See, Leslie, and you're a man of the people. See, they're not wrong. So, now listen, I will give you credit. I didn't think you were going to say that it would smell like poop because honestly, though, Leslie, no matter how clean the butthole gets, it ain't going to smell like a Christmas tree. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, at the very least, you're going to have to deal with the dead skin that accumulates.
Like the rawness, you know what I mean? Or some residual. It ain't going to smell good unless you're really into it. You know what I mean? And then you got to go to a therapist and shit. But
I would never say that. I would never say that. I would never say that.
Never say what? That it's tolerable smell?
That they should go to a therapist.
I'm not talking about like a guy, you know, the school. I'm talking about your type of, like your therapy type. You know what I mean? Yeah, I call
again,
you a therapist to people I speak to. Is that wrong?
No, listen, I would never, Mike, have you watched this program before?
Leslie, can I tell you?
When have I ever
watch it
told
on
someone
repeat.
to go to therapy?
No, Leslie. But listen, therapy, you can look that up in the dictionary, what that means. You know the gist of what I'm saying. Some people go to the quack therapists. I understand that. And then there's the good therapists like you. You're going to sit here and say you're not doing a version of therapy? Is that what you're saying? And I got it all wrong, and I'll hang up right now.
Well, don't hang up.
Because I got other things to say, but...
Angry Mike, listen. Give me a moment to gather myself. I feel like we're...
Let me gather myself first. I think this is funny. I've been calling in for years, dude. It's years now. It's not months. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get it.
I've gotten better, though. I know I did.
Angry Mike, listen. I would never tell someone to go to therapy for their sexual proclivities. I would never tell someone to go to therapy to reel in their mental illness. I would never tell someone to go to therapy to provide perspective on themselves through, mental health professionals are guilty of a Holocaust.
I've said that from day one, so we're on board. Keep going.
Okay, well, then we don't tell people to go to therapy because they like getting fucked in the ass or they like to fuck other people in the ass.
No, you don't tell them to go to the bad therapist, or am I just wrong? So therapy, that word is off limits.
Do not go to therapy.
You do.
Listen, I guarantee if that word gets used, okay, go to therapy. What you're going to end up with 99.9% of the time, unless you come to my office, somebody is going to cut you off from your true power, and they're going to set you on a path of absolute decay and destruction.
Right. No, I totally understand that, but you 1,000% proved my point when you said if you go to 99.9% of therapists, they're quacks, charlatans, fakers, assholes. But then you come to my therapy office and I got it figured out, which I agree with, Leslie. I feel like you're not understanding that, which is frustrating me, and I'm going to take a second. But do you see what I'm saying? The difference is here?
I still feel like that initial comment of going to therapy was a little bit lost, Mike.
I'm not done finishing calming down.
Okay, well, listen. If we just spent 8 minutes discussing.
You're right. I want the Powerball numbers, and I've asked ChatGPT every time. How can the first time I asked ChatGPT, give me the winning Powerball numbers, they gave me 6 numbers. And I don't mean to, I don't gatekeep. It was 6, okay, 12, 13, interestingly, right?
Why is that
interesting? With a 56. Well, if it was 18, would you say it was interesting? No, but like 12, 13, a little interesting, right?
I really don't get it. Why is that interesting?
But then it hit me with the 56, 57, 58 as the last, 5, the last 3 of the 5. And then I'm like, I can't win, right? Because it's never going to pop out of the machine 56, 57, 58. But then when you start thinking about it, that's as likely as it popping out 18, 23, 27. Do you see why it's interesting? I got to explain this to you. Do you do Sudoku or anything in the morning to get your brain going? What would you suggest to me? Because this isn't therapy. This is something you do. The programming. You're programming us.
What is the actual question? You're saying a lot, but I'm having trouble deriving any meaning.
What I'm saying is, then I asked ChatGPT, okay, you're sure those are the numbers? And then it told me, you know what numbers they gave me next?
What?
Do you think they were the same, Leslie, if you were a betting man?
I'd say they weren't.
No, they were. That's what's nuts about it. He doubled down on it, Leslie. I feel like I could sue them, right? He doubled down and he said, yup, the numbers are going to be 6, 16, 17, very strange, 57, 58, 59, and whatever the Powerball was, he said. And I feel like I could sue them because if I go put down, like $100 and just do that number over and over again, I can sue them for $100, right? So that's my question for Christmas.
Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for chiming in, Angry Mike. I really appreciate the call tonight. Namaste.
Nope. You're not even going to answer that simple.
773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. We are exploring what do you want for Christmas on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Tonight we've been sort of derailed by discussions of anal sex. Anal sex. So Nunu kind of coming out of the gate saying it's actually basically like a really rare thing to have butt sex. And that is just not accurate. There is no interesting way to fuck. There is no transcendent way to fuck. There is no liberating way to fuck. People have been fucking each other in the ass since the dawn of language. Since before the dawn of language. Before people had the words to distinguish between self, other, and tree, and food.
Hey, Guru, it's me, Michaela.
Michaela, welcome back to the program. Hey, listen, I've been worried about you. I know you got a little upset and you had to leave for a little bit, but how you feeling? Where's your head at?
Oh, I wouldn't even worry about that. That's just a little bit of crumble from a pie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I understand. You know, it's just a little bit of a nothing to pay never no mind to.
Oh, Leslie, yeehaw.
Well, it's great to hear from you, Michaela. Tell me what brings you in tonight? What would you like to discuss with me?
Well, first of all, I'd love to discuss that Angry Mike. Boy, he seemed to me like one of them city slickers if I've ever heard one before in my life. Always so mad in a hurry.
Now, I know, right? It's you can barely keep track of anything that he's saying, right? Because there's just so much hyperactive, unfocused vitriol just kind of spewing out of him.
That's right. If he was in Texas, we'd probably get the rope and hang him up.
I love that. I absolutely am in love with that. Thank you for that's a really funny way to say that. Now, Michaela, listen, we are getting into what do you want for Christmas? So, sweetheart, go ahead. Tell me, what are you asking for Christmas this year?
Well, Guru, you know what I love more than anything else in the world, more than God, more than my job, more than my family, attention. I want all the attention at Christmas this year, Guru.
Talk to me about that.
Go
ahead.
Well, now, Guru, you know I love to talk, so I'm just going to say it right now. I want to do a stand-up set for my family.
Get out of here.
I want to do a stand-up set for my family on Christmas.
You are freaking joking me. You are going to do stand-up in front of your family?
I'm afraid no more, and I'll be honest with you, a little bit of the stand-up I've been working on, I got a whole new brand new set from the last time I called in. All right?
Which was just 2 days ago. You're telling me you got new material already?
I am like Louis C.K. I just love to bring it up there and experiment, you know?
Oh my gosh! I was gonna say this is just like a regular Louis C.K. or a Bernie Mac even.
That's right. And to be honest with you, if either one of them came to Texas,
Was that the sound of a gun cocking?
that's right, Guru.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if either Louis C.K. or Bernie Mac, you know, a rest in peace, as far as I understand, comes onto Texas in front of you, you're gonna shoot and kill them.
That's right. Not a jury in Texas would convict me, Guru.
And why is that?
One.
Why is that, sweetheart?
Because I am a white Christian woman in the state of Texas, and they are some sort of city slickers of some sort of, you know, something else. If you know, different. Right.
I get what you're saying. So, listen, I think this is a perfect segue into your material. I'd love to, ladies and gentlemen in chat, would you like to hear Michaela get into some of her new material? Some of her new material since Tuesday? Actually, Hypocryptomatic has put you to bed. Namaste.
Oh no!
Hypocryptomatic coming in hard, coming in fast with determination. Namaste to Hypocryptomatic. Absolutely brutal extinguish. All right. Namaste. So guys, we are getting into what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? Maybe we'll actually get into it. Who knows? But we got our next caller on the line. Let's go ahead and bring them on. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I could call you tonight?
Yeah, hey, Leslie, Shrimp Toaster. How y'all doing?
Oh, Lord, it's Shrimp Toaster?
Leslie, you won't believe it. You won't believe it, Leslie. It's good to hear you, first of all. It feels like it's been ages.
It has pretty much. Now, what have you been up
Leslie,
to?
let me tell you. Let me tell you what happened. This is crazy, Leslie. I wake up in the middle. I have no idea where I am. I'm driving and I'm on the phone listening to this sweet peach named Michaela talking. And I think what happened was she awakened me because I'm from Texas too, you know. And I think hearing that Texan accent brought me back. And if I remember correctly, I've been down deep, and I have a to-do list.
No, listen.
It's all coming back to me now, Leslie. It's all coming back to me now, and I got a lot of thoughts stirring up right now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I just want to say thank you to Michaela for waking me up out of my deep slumber.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just to get everyone up to speed about what they're hearing, ladies and gentlemen, who we're speaking to right now, Shrimp Toaster, is a sort of alter ego. But separated by complete dissociative fugue of maybe a character that you know around here by the name of Toaster. So Toaster and Shrimp Toaster sort of live in the same body, and so sometimes Toaster goes away and Shrimp Toaster takes over. Then at other times, Shrimp Toaster goes away and regular Toaster takes over. But we found a trigger. Shrimp Toaster is triggered by that sweet, succulent sound of that blue bonnet from Texas, Michaela's voice, honeysuckle voice.
Woo! I'm sorry, Leslie. I feel like it's been a long time, and I'm just being flooded with memories and thoughts of what had happened, and I forgot about Sour Pickle. And I forgot about how much I want to kill Toaster, and I forgot how much I miss you, my friend. And I feel very emotional right now. Usually I'm pretty good at keeping my emotions to myself, like a man should. But excuse me if I do have to cry at some point during this call. But yeah, you just keep going, Leslie. Bring me back. All
right,
Help
so Shrimp Toaster, listen, the best way to bring you back and get you grounded into your power, and you have been terminated by Mother Nipplebottom. Good night, Shrimp Toaster. Sleep tight. So Mother Nipplebottom saying, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. Let's put this to bed. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Namaste, Mother Nipplebottom. Blessings and namaste to you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mother Nipplebottom. So, guys, 773-974-9585. We are exploring what do you want for Christmas. Maybe we'll finally get to the theme at some point. Who knows? But we do have our next caller in line already. Let's go ahead and get them on. Let's go ahead and get them on, ready to rock and roll. I'm looking forward to this one. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
Hey, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny! Namaste, guys. It's Jenny back from her little vacation. Jenny, it's been a while. How you doing tonight, hon?
It's been like a week. I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I was mad during it, but like, whatever, you know.
You were mad?
Yeah, sure.
Why were you mad?
But guess what? I wouldn't be more mad than Sebastian is right now in jail.
So, okay, guys, if you're not aware of who Sebastian is, Sebastian is Jenny's friend. Would you say best friend or friend?
Best friend.
Okay, so Jenny's best friend Sebastian, who is gay, who is a gay man that we converted here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
He cried a lot.
He cried a lot that night. It was an ugly night for him to realize he was gay.
Like, yeah, ugly cry.
Yeah, it was unsightly to hear.
I feel like it was pretty evident. But
Namaste. Well, we've got Pepperoncini with a communal vision before we get into Sebastian's arrest. Pepperoncini says,
Sure.
Hey, Jenny, remember not 3 shows ago when you had a little meltdown about the termination rules and you said you'd never call again and were being a huge bitch about it?
Duh, I just addressed that. I literally just said I was in a bad mood. Fuck off.
Bad mood. The enigma of the woman. You have to respect it. It's very powerful.
Try getting your period, bitch.
Yeah, try getting a period. Try it.
Try. One time.
Okay, now
Ruby,
go ahead,
please.
squeeze that out. Now let's go ahead, Jenny. Let's get into the Sebastian business. So Sebastian
Ready?
has been arrested. Give us as many details as you can.
Okay. So, he was here, and my car was, like, from the snow and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So he came here from the mental hospital. He got discharged, and he came here.
Okay.
And then we got... Okay.
Discharged from the mental hospital, comes to your apartment because he doesn't have a home.
Right.
Okay. Continue.
I opened the door, as usual.
Right.
And so everything was going fine. I mean, not really, but I was ignoring things. And then he got violently drunk, and then I had to call my mother and have her on the phone, and he yelled "F you" at my mother.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. I said a couple times, please leave, politely. And I was like, you need to leave immediately. And Les, the next thing I knew was the police were calling me. So.
Okay,
so he's in the slammer.
So okay, so let's put some details. Let's put some meat on these bones. Okay. So.
Yep.
He gets out of the mental hospital. Why was he in the mental hospital to begin with?
His brain, I guess.
Like, it was more specific. What was going on? Did he threaten to kill himself? Why did he end up in the hospital?
Like, seriously, Les?
Yeah.
I think it's like wet brain at this point. Like, he's not proper. Like, we all have depression. You'd be an idiot if you didn't.
Right, exactly.
But like, he's like onto the wet brain mood. Yeah.
So he's just like such an alcoholic.
Daddy's not paying the bills.
He's taking on so much brain damage that he's just basically kind of like.
Yep.
He's a little retarded now.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So was he saying crazy stuff? Did he check himself into the hospital? Do you know?
So he was here, and actually, you spoke to him. I think the night before I asked him to leave again. Yeah.
Cougar Pie says,
just,
what exactly did he do? What exactly did he do?
Which time? I don't understand that question.
Cougar Pie asked,
mental hospital?
what exactly did he do? Hillary Clinton's email something for the 6th month in a row. Namaste, Hillary Clinton's emails.
I love that name.
Surrogacy advocate. I love that. Getting ahead of the ball on that issue. It's going to be a weird little issue in the coming years. Namaste to Hillary Clinton's emails, though. Appreciate. I cannot thank you enough for that support and that subscription as well. Fully utilizing the tools available to you through the most effective personal power program in the country.
I think I'm dying.
Okay, Jenny, before you die, what exactly did Sebastian do before he went into the mental hospital? So he was crying, a mess, then...
Yeah, he was just doing the regular Sebastian stuff.
Right.
You know, he peed again in the cup. You know how he does that.
Right. He
and
pees,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
And then he left, and I thought everything was chill for the most part. And then he apparently drove himself right to the mental hospital. Bye.
Okay.
Now, this time,
so he gets out, comes to your apartment. Go continue.
Yep. And everything was fine. He helped me, like, you know, get AAA, and everything was fine. And then he got violently drunk again. I guess that's like the way it goes with him. And then he started saying things like that I was like a dirty Italian, and
so he was getting racist.
Yeah, he was getting racist. That's what he does a lot sometimes, and that's okay.
A racist gay man.
Very angry gay man. And hey, man, again, that's chill.
Sure,
but
powerful.
I had to. Very powerful. I had to ask him just politely to leave immediately.
Okay, so he's calling you a filthy Italian. Okay, and we've got Pepperoncini. I'm conjuring an image of Sebastian sitting in the prison rec room watching young Sheldon from a 14-inch CRT hanging from the wall when a huge Aryan guy tricks him into the bathroom with a bottle of mouthwash only to butt-fuck him up the ass so roughly that he rips the sink off the wall. I honestly think this will be the happiest Sebastian can be at this point.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah, too blessed to be stressed.
The weird part is, like, Sebastian's that large Aryan guy. But
Does Sebastian have blonde hair, blue eyes?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
Really?
Yeah, I would have guessed him as like a greasy guy with olive skin and dark brown hair.
Okay, number one, rude. Number two, absolutely not.
It's not rude. Those men exist, and that's what I felt like he was.
He is awkwardly tall, like you, like kind of like an alien body, but like you with like blonde hair and blue eyes, and then like you know how your fingers are like long and weird. You know how they like hang out, and you're just like all fingers, like
they're proportionate. I'm a proportionate man.
Okay, well, maybe. Anyway, I mean, it's just like it makes everybody feel awkward that like sees you. That's how Sebastian is, but with blonde hair.
Okay, so he gets to your apartment. Right. Did he pee?
Oh, I peed quite a bit, but not on any of the furniture this time, I think.
What did he pee on?
I think he sat on the toilet. Oh, by the way, he sits when he pees. No doubt.
Okay, so he sits when he pees.
And he yells to me when he's doing it.
Like, Mommy, I'm peeing. Can you wipe me?
Sabrina!
Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Can we talk about your body for a while, Jen? I heard it's been identified as a whole new shape.
My body is just the same as yours. It's just squashed down. So, like, when you get Play-Doh and you just squash it, that's my body type. I don't get that. Anyway, so he left here. I said, you need to leave. He told my mom to fuck off.
Okay. Was your mom being a bitch? Was she right?
He said, fuck you, Sheila.
Was your mom being a bitch? Was he right?
No. I had her on the phone, as you do with an abusive relationship. And he said, fuck you, Sabrina, and fuck you, Sheila. And I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, you absolutely need to leave at this point. And he's like, I can't find my keys. And I was like, that's not my problem. Just like, but then so we locked him out, and my mom was on the phone, and then he came back, and I was like, he's back. I was like, he doesn't have the keys. And then I found his keys, and I gave them to him, and then he evidently got arrested.
And got arrested, okay.
And
then gave him his keys. Did he get arrested for like drunk driving? Do you know what he got arrested for?
I would imagine it was definitely drunk driving. But it's not my problem. I'm conflicted because the police called me several times, but I was like falling asleep, because I'm cozy, because I don't drunk drive, and I'm not an asshole. I am an asshole, but like not like that. And so finally they said that he was there, and that after his arraignment he could speak to me in the morning. And I think he's crying like a little bitch. I think he's gonna get out of this one, because they're like, oh, actually he can speak to you after he sleeps it off. Sleeps it off? He fucking drove drunk again. He should go to jail for a year. And it's not my fault. He could have said, I'm sorry that I said fuck your mom. Okay? He could have said any number of things. And gone and sat quietly in the corner and slept in the other room. Away from me. He didn't choose that. Is it my fault, Les?
What, that he drove drunk?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, he chose to drive drunk, but I think what I am sort of more, drawn to right now is like, this is a really, now, those of you might not have this direct experience. Hold on, real quick, communal vision from Onion Plug. Jen, have you considered just slowly dilating your and Sebastian's assholes with pleasure in mind to get that super closeness that cures alcoholism?
That's gross. It doesn't even make sense. Ruby, please stop now. Ruby!
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I want to just kind of provide a little bit of context. Now, this is a peek into a lifestyle, not just Sebastian's, not just Jenny's, but a peek into a lifestyle that many of you might not get to see up close.
No, I don't put butt plugs in my butt and then...
Now, what we're dealing with right now is like, there's a certain tier of the mentally ill and kind of just and disabled, to put it bluntly, that they have this sense of like kinship with each other, and they feel as if they like need to take care of each other because no one else will. And that's true. They're right about that. But in lieu of like an adequate mental health system, we have, Sebastian, a newly released gay man, getting DUI and saying racist, going on racist little tirades. And then, this is an everyday sort of thing. This is a generally sort of, this is not, this is how they interact with each other. So those of you that are more normal, have money, are more emotionally coherent, you might look at this and be like, is this really like this with these people?
Can you even hear me? I say I don't do that. I don't share butt plugs. I don't share a butt plug.
Yeah, I'm not talking about butt stuff necessarily. I'm talking about how you're like a mentally ill person, and so is Sebastian. And I'm not
mentally ill like him.
Like what are you mentally ill like then?
What?
What are you mentally ill like then?
I think I'm a pretty strong lady, and I have a nice, cozy life that I've built up with my animals and myself and done it again. Whoop whoop. And that's it. I might have a little bit of problems with, like, you know, a little whisper of depression, maybe a little, you know, throw up with anxiety. But, I mean, other than that, I'm pretty top-notch chill.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. But listen, Jenny, what do you want for Christmas this year?
I think I already got it. I'm not in jail. I'm not in jail.
That's true. And that's another thing about watching. Listen, a lot of insight can be derived from these people that interact like this with each other. Because they look, especially when you're that close to the bottom and you see somebody hit bottom, holy shit, does it make you appreciate the, like, 2-3 inches above bottom that you maintain,
Leslie,
like we're hearing from Jenny right
bottom.
now.
I'm not a bottom.
Jenny, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Namaste. Thanks for the update. Keep us abreast of Sebastian, okay?
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody. 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. Who do we got, huh? Who do we got next? Yeah, powerful calls tonight. What do you want for Christmas? And I will probably get to the theme at some point tonight. So far, we're about almost halfway through the program, and I don't think we've discussed the theme once. Well, let's see how it goes. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
Hi, this is Huck.
Huck, welcome back to the program, Huck. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good tonight, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Having a rousing night. As somebody pointed out in chat today, some really powerful calls. And not so much focus on the theme, but it's very colorful from an emotional and mental sense, which is really nice. How are you doing tonight, Huck? Give me some details.
I'm doing good. I'm just pouring my possibly 7th rum and eggnog here. You know,
getting lit on eggnog.
Yeah, doing some late night work, having a rum and eggnog.
Nice. Late night work. What kind of work you doing?
I'm a software developer.
So you're taking your work home, working on some code?
Yep, just plugging away.
Excellent. And does it feel good to be doing this? Do you enjoy your work as a software developer?
I usually do. I have lately been having to take some time off to go do other stuff, and I'm on a contract position now, so I don't really get paid holidays. So every time I have to have a sick day or anything, I feel I have to make the time up so that, you know, I have money to live and so on and so forth, which I don't love, and then I get a little aggravated, but you got to do what you got to do.
Of course. And as far as are you taking any time off for the holidays coming up?
I think just one day, like, I don't even remember which day Christmas is on this year, but I think I took Boxing Day off and New Year's Day Eve off, so the 2nd of January, because I imagine I'll be a little hungover those days.
Yeah, okay, so you're foreseeing that. Beautiful. Well, listen.
Now, I did say when I called in that I wasn't going to talk about butt stuff, but it has come up quite a lot, so I mean, I just figured I should touch on the subject, so to speak, before we proceed with the Christmas stuff. And I mean, I've had a little experience with the butt stuff. In myself personally, just a finger or two, you know, nothing serious.
Sure.
But I had one of those, you know, those Coleman hot tubs you could buy from like Canadian Tire or whatever, Lowe's or whatever you have down in the States there. Mm-hmm. They're like $500, $600 or so, and they stay relatively warm. I had a couple experiences in one of those, which is pretty neat, which is nice because the chlorine sort of, it solves the smell problem or anything to that degree, but one does have to make sure that nothing comes floating out. And that's about all I got for the butt stuff, really.
And so, are you a fan of butt stuff? Is it one of your favorites, or is it just another thing on the table?
It's another thing on the table. It's nice to know it's there if one's, you know, is so inclined. But I prefer the more standard missionary way myself, or the old mouth is good too.
Namaste. The mouth. What would you, if you had to pick, mouth or ass?
mouthful.
Namaste. Captain Fantastic, welcome on into Explorations with Leslie Tanner. This is the call-in show for the most effective personal power program in the country. Should you want to jump into the materials, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat right now. That's this website right there, theprogramworks.com. You go ahead and click on that, explore some materials, and turn back in here and see this program work, transforming life after life. Tonight we're exploring, what do we want for Christmas? A seemingly simple, deceptively simple question, but we are really getting, well, if we ever focus on the actual goddamn theme tonight, maybe we'll get into some, we'll get into some tools and techniques, but right now we've just been talking about butt sex and somebody got arrested the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Well, I mean, I think... drinking and driving is a Christmas theme. I don't think anyone wishes for it per se, but it's definitely prevalent.
Drinking, wait, say that one more time?
Oh, just drinking and driving and, well, just getting drunk in general around the holiday season is a pretty big theme. And I know one wants it for Christmas to be arrested, but I mean, in some cases, maybe it's the right thing.
Getting arrested around
now,
Christmas.
Myself, personally, I wanted something simple, not cheap. By when I was growing up, I had $100 to choose out gifts from the old Sears catalog. But I just wanted a PlayStation Portal, and my girlfriend got it for me, and she gave it to me early to make sure my internet connection was strong enough for it, and so on. And so yeah, I've been playing that, and not as much as I thought I would so far, but. That's a simple one. It's not world peace by any means, but.
Well, world peace that's a child's fantasy.
Yes.
It's a child's fantasy that we can. It's a really unfortunate and pathetic one. What's a PlayStation Portal?
Well, it's a really stupid device. It has a screen. It's basically like a tablet, and you stream from your PS5 to the tablet, but the tablet doesn't actually run any games. So, I think if you leave your house, it doesn't work properly and stuff. So it's like a Switch, but it doesn't actually have much processing power or really do anything for itself. But that way I can watch TV watch my girlfriend's shitty reality TV shows while playing my PlayStation games. And that way I can disconnect from reality, and we can all get along.
So it's just like a tablet.
Yeah, it's like a handheld, like a Steam Deck or an Asus ROG kind of thing, but Sony branded basically.
And it's okay. I guess I'm also learning about what this is. I've never heard of this. Interesting.
Yeah. So basically, usually, we've got TV upstairs and downstairs, but we like to sit together and hang out. So she can watch her, whatever it is, Love Island or Love is Blind or some bullshit like that. And I can sit there, and instead of playing the PS5 on the main television, I can just play it in my hand and lay on the couch and pretend I'm watching her show and listening to her, but actually just be playing Diablo 4.
That's beautiful. And you already got it.
It is. Yeah, well, we got it early because we were in town. It was on sale for Black Friday, yeah, and since I've got it, I haven't really played it, which is very typical for me. The grass is greener.
The grass is greener. If you were so now that you've got this thing, what's greener on the other side then? What's something that you actually want now that you thought you wanted one thing and got it? Now what is it? What have you moved on to?
Well, geez, this is a pretty heavy one. I guess we've ranged for some pretty heavy topics tonight already, but she has a little sister that her biological father, who's almost 60, impregnated this chick who's 22 or something like that. So she's got a 2-year-old sister, and we're trying to get kinship of her. And I teeter-totter back and forth between even wanting to be involved or not. It's hard to justify being selfless in that sense. But we went and visited her the other week, and I would like for that just to go through, so I don't have to see her sad on the video camera anymore.
So, okay, interesting. So you're going back and forth of whether to takes at least partial responsibility for a 2-year-old child.
That's correct.
And then this, and what kind of sacrifices would you have to make in order for this to happen? Like, what would you be losing that you're kind of weary of? Let's be honest.
Probably just my addictions. Really, I like my booze. I like to do a little booger sugar once in a while, and get a little baked and so on and so forth. That's how I've grown up. I've been doing this stuff since I was like 14 years old. That was like 20 years ago, right? And I suppose one has to grow up eventually, but I don't think I'd really be losing a lot, and it would probably make the child's life.
Interesting. So you see, get a 2-year-old. You couldn't do occasional blow anymore, and
well, I probably could.
Well, yeah. So, but it sounds like. Listen, I think one thing about parents is that they fuck up their children, right?
They do.
So it's a matter of, I think, it's not a matter of not fucking them up. It's a matter of being honest about how you're fucking them up.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely. And the lady who has custody or kinship of her now isn't even related, and I don't know if her intentions are good. She kind of reminds me of Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, which isn't really great for her. But I don't know. I was homeschooled, right? So until grade 9. So, but for a lot of my life, I had very much one-on-one, intimate, not intimate. Let's clarify. But very close connection with my parents, despite having obviously, my dad was British, so he's a sarcastic prick and all that. But I had this close connection with my family, even though I don't really talk to them now. And I feel like this lady that's has her now and is watching her really doesn't spend that time. She's in daycare all day, and then she comes back and she basically just eats and goes to bed. And then on the weekend she's in respite care. So it's for me, the most important thing is to just know that there are people there that love you and actually care about you. And I mean, of course, she's going to be a shithead when she hits 14, 16 years anyway. I mean, we all were, I presume.
I think listen, right? I think you're going to be a terrific, what children need, they don't need perfect parents. They need to be introduced to the idea that no parent is ever going to fix them. And I don't know if we can ask for a better situation than what you've outlined. So right now what she's getting into is a possible father figure that's potentially months before taking custody, trying to determine whether can I do coke on the weekends or do I want to be in charge of this entire consciousness. And I think this is a perfect way to introduce a child to the shortcomings of a parent and to really start tapping into that power within. So listen, I hope you get the custody, and I hope you don't stop doing cocaine.
Thank you. This is why I'm here. The program works.
Yeah. Namaste to you, Hawk. Blessings and namaste.
Namaste. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho.
Oh, that Hawk. What a fun call. What a fun call, huh? Namaste. All right, we've got another. Shrimp Toaster called back and then hung up. We could be talking to Shrimp Toaster right now, but Shrimp Toaster got tired of waiting on hold and hung up. So if you see Toaster, make sure you let him know that Shrimp Toaster is a little pussy baby about waiting on hold. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. You can call me Cool Vaughn.
Cool Vaughn. Cool Vaughn, is this your first time calling the program tonight, brother?
This is my first time calling the program, yeah.
Guys, can we get some namaste in chat right now for a first-time caller? Holy moly. Namaste to you, Cool Vaughn. How are you doing?
Namaste to you. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you.
It's wonderful to hear. Listen, talk to me. Is this your first time watching the program?
No, it's not. I'm a medium time watcher, first time caller, maybe.
Well, it's great to finally make your acquaintance, Cool Vaughn. I appreciate you calling in.
Likewise, my friend. Yeah, happy to be here. Thank you so much for taking my call tonight.
Absolutely.
The theme? Is that we should go to the theme? Yeah.
Yes, I was going to ask what tickled your fancy tonight that made you want to jump in and give us a call.
Yeah.
Was it a theme? Was it the theme, or was it potentially one of the other like kind of side themes that callers have been bringing up tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's the wavelength of the theme, I think. But you know, it's also just like a general. Just thought I'd pitch in. Nothing too burning or anything, but
sure.
What do I want for Christmas?
Yeah, what do you want for Christmas, Cool Vaughn?
I kind of want Christmas to be over, man. I hate to admit it. I mean, I'm not really a Grinch or a bah humbug kind of guy, but this year things just aren't quite. I don't know, looking so cheery and spirited, if you will.
Talk to me about that. Cheery and spirited.
Sure.
In years past, you've experienced more cheer and high spirits, but this year's different. Tell me what's different about this year.
Yeah, well, so back in, I guess June, I got laid off from my job. And then it took me a month or two to find any new income. And I'm in a situation where I kind of have to work from home because I'm a caretaker.
Who are you taking care of?
My mother.
Mother. Okay. And how do we feel about? Are you close to your mom? Do you feel positively about her?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of love there. A lot of feel. You willingly do this.
Absolutely, yeah. And I willingly watched my dad pass away about 2 years ago. So
2 years ago, Papa passed away.
Yep.
And was that sad? Was that sad for both you and your mother?
That was incredibly sad. Yeah, it was incredibly sad.
Yeah.
But it was a long process, and he passed at home, which was kind of a triumph in a way.
I don't know about that. Okay. Continue.
Well, I'm just saying, like he didn't spend last days in hospital or anything.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying. Triumph is doing a lot of work there.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just money hasn't been really right for the last second half of the year, and I'm going up to spend some time with my son. I'm going to drive up north about 6 hours, spend time with my son, and that's going to be great for about 2 weeks. I have enough money to get him some good, Christmas presents and stuff. But beyond that, it's just everything just feels very scraping by and not really, the generosity that I would like to have just isn't really available to me this year as it has been in the past. It's a capitalist conundrum, if you will, but it kind of grinds away at me. What do you have to say about that?
2 years ago, your papa passed away. Since then, you've been taking care of you. So, does your mom require a great deal of care, or what's that situation like?
No, not at this point. Entering that probably next year.
Next year. What's wrong with her?
Spine.
So it's spine?
Sorry, spine and pain.
Spine pain.
Inability related to spine pain. Yeah.
So there's trouble getting around. Needs help.
Yeah.
And yet, and your son is 6 hours away. Do you miss him?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I FaceTime with him every day, which is great. We We play video games together on FaceTime, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, of course, no substitute for hanging out with him. So, yeah, looking forward to spending 2 or 3 weeks with him.
Well, this is a lot of pressure put on you. You have much responsibility, and the universe is sort of clawing at you.
Yeah, it feels that way, I suppose.
You know, and the funny thing about Christmas being over, as soon as this is over, it's just going to be the same shit. Grandpa Liquor, I just got here, Dr. Tanner. Would you mind starting explorations over from the beginning so that I can offer the group morsels of my vast wisdom? Thanks. No. We are speaking to Cool Vaughn, not having a Merry Christmas. And so given that, listen, your life, let's just put this plainly. Your life is not looking great right now.
Really?
All right, you've got a lot working against you, a lot of responsibility, limited resources, and everyone's looking to you.
Is it that dark?
Pepperoncini, did she hurt her spine when on this date in 1998, the Undertaker threw her off hell in a cell and plummeted 16 feet through an announcer's table?
That was not my mother, for the record, but that sounds terrible.
Okay, so Pepperoncini, that wasn't his mom. Good question though.
That's not my mom, yeah.
Good question. So everyone's looking at you, and it's not looking good. Now, of course, you've got, right, there's enough responsibility on your shoulders that you're maintaining a sense of hope, a sense of resilience, right? Because it's not just you. You have these piglets sucking on your teats.
Yeah, resilience always, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's just my nature, right?
Is there...
Or wrong. But that is my nature, yes.
Is to be resilient.
Yeah.
Now my question for you about Christmas is, given that once, midnight strikes on December 26th, Christmas will be over. But want to know what won't be over? All that negative shit that we were just talking about your life.
All of that shit, yeah.
So tell me, what is it about the Christmas season that you're ready to be done with? If it's really, if the basic raw materials of your life will persist, what is it that you want to expire?
I guess maybe I'm speaking abstractly here, but I guess some of the pressure.
Some of the
Is that
pressure.
a sufficient answer?
Some of the pressure to be happy, some of the pressure for, everything to feel good.
Yeah, to the pressure to, fill in the appropriate slots, to fit in, to do the required tasks, etc.
And required tasks, you mean like
Go
doing
ahead.
things that are like joyful, or having some sort of obligation on top of the sort of life and death obligation that you have to several of your loved ones?
Well, to be joyful would be a bonus and the icing on the cake. I guess I'm just speaking at a lower, more functional level of really just being able to plug in and do some sort of semblance of, quote unquote, the holiday stuff that seems normal and seems like passable, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm in kind of an existential K-hole or something.
Well, the thing about here, and this is I think this has been a very productive call, the most productive call that we've had tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. And I want to thank you for this, Cool Vaughn.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. So one benefit of Christmas, is that we don't get what we want ultimately, right? We don't get what we want, and that's the grinding feeling that you're experiencing right now, right? Because you'd love for just the boot to be lifted off your neck, even just a little bit, right? The pressure.
Oh, yeah.
The responsibility. Yeah. What if you didn't need to be so resilient?
Yeah, it's a dirty boot, too.
It's a filthy boot. And here we are, we come into Christmas time, you've got the same 5 or 6 songs about being joyful, being sort of like Guantanamo Bay tortured into your forehead every day. And what does this do? Yeah. It illuminates that which we want and do not have. That which we want and do not have, which is a more carefree life, less responsibility. For the universe to stop shitting down your throat.
Yeah, my throat hurts, actually. Yeah.
And in this case, Cool Vaughn, in not getting that thing that you want, it's actually shown a light on exactly what's going on in your life, making it excruciatingly clear. You can't lie to yourself during the Christmas season. Those of you, and there's more people in the chat, different circumstances, that find themselves in a similar situation. They can't lie to themselves about what's going on in their life, with the expectation of joy and happiness and connection and blah, 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 blah. They find themselves amidst a life that they can no longer look away from. And in so doing, find themselves staring down the barrel of a gun that is the next level. I know it doesn't feel this way right now, Cool Vaughn, but you have, in your honesty, namaste to Onion Plug with the subscription, 10th month in a row. Explore abortion survivor. Didn't know that. Thanks so much, Onion. Onion, been into butt stuff all night. Appreciate the keeping us abreast of butt stuff with the wife. Namaste to you.
The staring down the barrel of a gun, is that like I'm new here, of course, but is that like an ascension scenario kind of thing, or?
Say that one more time?
Is staring down the barrel of a gun, like you said, like kind of being like, walls are closing in, is that like an ascension potential scenario or something like that? Is that what you mean?
No, ascension you mean?
Ascension, yeah.
No. I mean, it's even. Listen, I think that I'm going to jump ahead. I normally wouldn't get into something kind of advanced like this, right? At this place of working with you. But since you asked, we'll just kind of jump in the deep end. This reflex that we have to describe something as, as an ascension or possibility for transcendence and things like this. This is indicative of a very deep mental and spiritual sickness that you have. There's nothing
that I have.
You're not going anywhere. You're not ascending anywhere. You're not transcending a dog shit, to put it bluntly. You're right exactly. There's no way up. There's no way up. There's not even an up to go to.
But I could send a Christmas card, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, sure. You could send a Christmas card. Yeah, why not?
Okay, I got confused. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, you could send a Christmas card, but this business of ascension is as you continue your sojourn here on the program. This ascension business is like I said I just got a test result, and the test result just says fucked about your mind, about your mind and spirit.
Well, how'd you get that?
Why do you need ascension? Why are you looking for potential places for ascension?
How did you get my medical result?
Brother, listen, we're all much more vulnerable and transparent than we would like, and this is
from my
you.
Phone number?
In a 15-minute conversation, yeah.
You got can you? Fuck. I mean, on paper?
I can write it on paper if you want.
Oh, well, yeah. Can you write it on paper? And I don't know, hold it up to the screen so I can see it, or send it to me or something? I mean,
yeah, sure.
This seems like a big deal. I didn't know that you would get results. Brain results? Fuck.
You can't read it, but it says you're fucked.
Well, I can imagine the words, yeah. The letters, sorry.
Well, listen, I think this conversation led exactly where it needed to lead, and I thank you.
Yeah, I see it.
I thank you. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. It'll be nice when it's over, but really relish the clarity that the Christmas season is bringing to your unfortunate life. Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Namaste, my friend.
Namaste, Kulban.
Carry on.
All right, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff from Kulban. Well, guys, it's time for me to pee-pee. I got a pee-pee break. Namaste, everybody. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and this was only the first half. We'll have the second half tonight after I get done peeing. Stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com, where you can enter my inner circle and avail yourself to the growing library of exclusive materials just for a couple dollars a month. I just sent the postcard today for this month, the Christmas postcard, and it is a doozy. I can't wait for you guys to get this. But in the meantime, guys, avail yourself to some details, and namaste, guys. I'll be right back in just a moment with the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. Today we have a very special guest, Edgar. Edgar, why don't you go ahead and say a little something about yourself?
Hi, my name is Edgar. I used to be a meth addict, and now and now I'm high on life.
Edgar, be honest.
Okay, I'm high.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, You might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the true power coursing through our veins right now. Namaste to my explorers in the chat right now, all the callers who have had the phone line's been ringing off the hook all night, and I can't thank your generosity, your vulnerability, and you're willing to do the work. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, as much fun as we have here, as much sense of community, and we have a sort of parasocial thing, me and you, right? Leslie's my friend, Leslie's my best friend, you might be telling yourself on the Unplug. Leslie, what's up with the bread box? You should gift it to your trash can for Christmas. Maybe take a shit in it first. Again, I'd call, but I'm a bitch, says Onion Plug. So, Onion Plug upset about the bread box. He's been, ever since I invited you all into my kitchen last weekend, some of you saw a bread box on the counter and absolutely started shitting your pants about it. Really started entering a conniption about the presence of a bread box on my counter. Now the reason there's a bread box, ladies and gentlemen, is that you open up the box, right? Bread box, what do you think's inside of it? Bread. That's what we put inside the bread box. It's actually an extremely normal little thing to have on your counter. Now, another thing I've noticed with some of you is I invite you into my kitchen, right, to cook or to eat a meal or something like this. And it honestly did take me by surprise how many of you have no idea what cooking looks like, have no idea what baking looks like, have no idea what just standard shit in a kitchen looks like. And I know that, like, when I bring you the program, I'm bringing a program to some people who are in desperate, dire need of the tools that we provide here, right? Your lives, a lot of your personal lives are in absolute disarray, misery, and just bottom rung. You are degenerates, and you need this program, and I understand that. But seeing it expressed through just like the sense of the sense of just you seem appalled to look at just a normal man's normal kitchen, and to see a man just know how to do a couple basic things as far as cooking in a pan or something like this. It's really something to see you guys tarred out about it. It really is. It's nuts. Dr. Namaste, it's good to have you. By the way, blessings and namaste to you. Thanks for being with us. Huck 5's got a Dutch oven. See, you guys don't have to, the Gelgoog guy, the breadbox hate was a way to obscure the collective hate envy that you have a KitchenAid and they don't. That's another thing, guys. A KitchenAid is a wonderful thing to have. It's a tremendous thing to use. To really like listen, if you're trying to make a cookie dough, or if you're trying to make, even if you're just trying to knead bread dough, trying to make a pizza dough, and you know when it's especially helpful? If you're ever trying to make a meringue, it is easy as fucking pie. You don't got to worry about I can't imagine making a meringue without a KitchenAid mixer. I don't even know what korma is. What's korma stress? I'm pretty done, man. Back from a long funeral. Funerals are long. Namaste. Who died, Dr. Namaste? Keep us abreast. Who died? Womp womp, right? Womp womp. The wah 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 sad trombone at the end, waiting for us all. I get it. Marco was raped by a bunch of dolphins and seals and lifeguards. It happens. But it's not Baywatch? Fucking 4-hour Irish funeral. Yeah. Yeah, can you make cheesecake in a rice cooker? That's crazy. That's craziness. A lot of talk about dolphin rape tonight, yeah. Dangerous Jalen, do I like baseball? I enjoy baseball. I'm not what you would call an expert by any means, but I enjoy it. I have a friend who invites me to some games, and we have a good time. We have a very good time. Yeah, we go to Cubs games sometimes. I haven't been to a Sox game in a long time, but I've been to a Cubs game a couple times in the past couple years. I just enjoy the hatred that the teams have that the fans have for each other. There's just this very immovable and honest disdain between the fans of the Cubs and the fans of the Sox. And I just like it. I just enjoy it. Dangerous Jalen. Namaste. The details about the setup are in the about if you want to take a look at all the shit I use. But also, if I had to pick, though, I enjoy the fans. If I had to pick the fans to be around, I would rather be around, I'd rather be around Cubs fans because they're more mentally ill. If I had to pick who I was going to hang out with and just vibe with, I'd pick Cubs fans because they are retarded. As opposed to the Sox fans are just they're not that passionate either way. They're kind of normal about being a fan. They like stuff in a normal way. Cubs fans do not. There's not a whole lot of normal. You can't call you can't really call the way they go about being a fan of the Cubs like normal by any means, and that's why I would prefer to be around them. Impulse Power gifting a sub to Dr. Namaste. Thank you so much, Impulse Power. Extremely generous of you. I need to figure out what my content creation has to be for Twitch. Well, I'm certainly not going to provide you any. Listen. Dangerous Jalen is in a very is in a position of having to figure it out, and nobody help. Nobody help. Do not help Jalen figure out what kind of content to create. This period of torture, this period of dissonance. The worst thing that someone could do for you is resolve it. Let part of you die while you figure this out. Having ridden the red line past Addison on game days, I can attest to that. Ooh. Space Cat from the north. Yeah, it's like a Oh, Edgewater, okay. Oh, yeah. I used to live up. Yeah, we've talked about this. I used to live up there. I lived in Edgewater and I lived in Rogers Park. I lived in on Wayne, north of Granville, and I lived on North Shore in Rogers Park for a little bit. Yeah. When I first moved here, I moved up. I lived there. I lived in Edgewater. All right, we got a caller lined up. Tonight we're explaining, what do you want for Christmas? Let's go ahead and bring them on in, huh? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. Early Merry Christmas. It's Flying Veda. Hello, everyone.
Flying Veda. Sweetheart, how you doing tonight? It's so great to hear from you. How you doing?
I am so fucking shitty.
So shitty. Oh, talk to me about it, girl. What's going on?
All right, so I wanted to call last time that you did Christmas Spite. This is pretty much about Christmas Spite.
Talk to me about it, yeah.
But I will tie it into this theme, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to talk about how my family is no longer allowed to come to Christmas and why.
Okay, so let's make this one thing. I have a question already. Normally, when someone's not invited to Christmas, what is normally meant is that the family is going to hold Christmas with like a majority of the members, and they're going to disinvite a minority from Christmas. But what you're talking about, based on my understanding right now, is that you're establishing yourself as the proprietor of Christmas, and you're saying no more to everybody else. Is that right?
No, the opposite. My grandma has Christmas and always has.
Uh-huh.
And my family has been excommunicated ever since I was 14 years old because of something that happened.
Okay. So your grandma holds Christmas, and your family has been disinvited because of, quote, something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Flying Veda, what happened?
All right, so my aunt and uncle were alcoholics. And by saying were, my aunt is dead because of cancer. She was a bitter bitch. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
She's probably having fun in hell. But my uncle has always been an alcoholic, and he's always super pissed off. So this specific Christmas, he was drunk, but it was the only time I've ever seen him happy. He was normal, and he was happy.
Mm-hmm.
And my aunt was so embarrassed that he was drunk that she made them go home from Christmas. And after that, my family received a phone call from my grandma stating that my family would no longer ever be allowed at Christmas at all ever again, and that it could only be my uncle and his family, simply because his wife was so pissed off we saw him drunk.
Oh, I thought it was going to be way worse than that.
Well, the aftermath kind of is.
Okay, let's get into the aftermath, because honestly, I don't. So your aunt, the bitch who's dead,
Yeah.
was just controlling about, like, weird and controlling about your uncle being drunk. And then so your aunt complained to your grandma, and your grandma disinvited who exactly?
My family. So my mom is now dead too. She died of cancer. But my whole family, like my mom, my dad, me, and my sister, were just never allowed to come back to Christmas again because she wants to keep my uncle happy. And that's all she cares about.
Oh, this is...
So,
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
It's fucked up. Yeah.
I kind of understand. Keep going. So, yeah, just keep going. Is there? Do you have more to lay out?
A tiny bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So my uncle, with his drunk anger, threw a sandwich at my grandma a few weeks ago. How you throw a sandwich at an 85-year-old woman, I don't know.
What kind of sandwich?
But ham sandwich, she didn't enjoy it.
White bread?
Sorry, my dog is yelling at us. A ham sandwich, she didn't enjoy it.
Okay, was it on white bread, or what kind of bread?
I think it was soggy. My grandma only eats soggy sandwiches. She won't eat toasted.
Okay, so it was wet, and it wasn't like a crusty baguette.
No, it wasn't. It was a wet sandwich.
Okay, all right. So your uncle threw a sandwich out of anger, and your grandma. So is your grandma is your grandma kind of a bitch? What's going on with your grandma?
She is a people pleaser. She's a people pleaser, and she caters to the people that act the worst. So basically, I'm trying to figure out what is some awesome Christmas revenge that I can kind of do on the fly to my uncle, because he fucked up Christmas and caused me PTSD for the rest of my life. That's what I want for Christmas, is the gift of the stress that he gave to me to my uncle. And I don't know what to do, but it's got to be on the down low, because my grandma will get pissed. I'm not sure what to do, and I need some ideas. I know it's a tough one. I don't know, but it's like Christmas used to kick ass, and then this one thing ruined it. And I will tell you, it was the only time in his life my uncle was tolerable. It's kind of nuts. I'll get used to.
So then, okay, so what we're looking for right now, it sounds like, what we're looking for is so you're looking for a way to hurt your uncle.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's just start with the easy stuff. You could fuck up his car or fight him. But someone tells me that that's too much. That's too far, right?
I don't want it to get traced back to me.
Okay, so something that's not traceable. Dr. Namaste, yeah, listen, Dr. Namaste, with a suggestion, we could rape him. Now, here's the thing, Dr. Namaste. What I was doing was I was going to say, not that didn't occur to me, but I was like, I'll bet she's looking for something in a different kind of pocket than just raping her uncle. That was my call as a therapist, and it looks like I was right. And not that I don't appreciate the enthusiasm and the open-mindedness that it takes to have a suggestion like that, but I think maybe if you could, you got to get a feel for the pocket. You got to get a feel for the pocket. Sometimes rape's in the pocket, but this is not one of those times. Thank you, though. Appreciate you. Now, okay, so we're looking for something untraceable. And that will hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, I have a few ideas, but I don't want them to ask if it's me. So you can put mashed potato flakes all over someone's lawn, and it will kill their whole entire lawn. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can actually send cockroaches anonymously through Amazon. You can do that. I don't know. I'm looking for creative.
Yeah, well, we had, you know who had some really terrific ideas? Not Mish. Is she with us right now? Are you in the chat right now? Because honestly, we did Christmas Spite. We did Spiteful Gifts the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there we go. So we did Spiteful Gifts the other night, and Mish was the most productive caller of the night. She had spiteful gift after spiteful gift after spiteful gift. She had plenty of ideas. Mish, have you been paying attention? We need some hurtful gifts.
A lot of people talking about fish. You know, I actually used to work at a bank, and someone left.
And somebody, what was that? Say it again.
They left a dead fish in their safe deposit box because they were pissed off that the cost of their safe deposit box went up. It was kind of genius.
And did it stink?
Oh my God, it was horrible. It was really bad, and sign them up for political or religious or college info. Did you know I tried to do that? I actually did on the JD website, the JH website. There's all this stuff that says that you can be federally prosecuted if you sign someone up that didn't want to be signed up for that. Like, I'm sure tons of people have done that. My one friend said sign him up for Craftmatic, and I guess their sales team is very aggressive, and he will just be so annoyed by phone calls and mail and all this stuff. Maybe just sign him up for absolutely everything.
You could sign him up for so much stuff. You could sign him up for political stuff, religious stuff, Mormon shit. You could sign him up for, like porn. Is he homophobic?
Oh my God, he forced his gay daughter into the closet and he ruined her life. So yeah.
Okay, sign him up for gay porn. That's easy.
Yeah.
Catfish. You send him a catfishing email and just give him a shimeji of like two dudes fucking each other in the ass.
It is the gift that keeps on giving, really.
Not me. Now that was a good one. Donate to LGBT charities in his name, with little messages like, my name is blah blah blah, and I am gay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, what do I want for Christmas? Shit. You know what's crazy about life? Isn't hindsight really, really 20/20? And you really don't realize what you have until you don't have it anymore?
That's true.
I know it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is, though, so much. They're sending me back to the office, and I am fucked because I have a dog with kidney disease. And all I really want is to just be able to stay home. Like, I heard this is happening to everyone who works in corporate health. So that's what I really want for Christmas. But I would really like to fuck over my uncle, too. And you know what? Maybe I should give him Sebastian's contact info.
Yeah, hook him up with Sebastian. Say Sebastian, and because hey Sebastian, I found a boyfriend for you. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna make everything okay. You don't got to go to the mental hospital anymore. He's gonna make sure everything's all right with you, and he's gonna fuck you in the ass. And he's gonna be like, "Yay, I'm a gay guy. I found another gay guy to have sex with me in the ass."
Perfect. Well, I'm excited for your Christmas party tomorrow. What's the dress code?
What was that?
What's the dress code?
Oh, listen, the dress code is so wide open. Like, I mean, obviously holiday themed stuff. I'm gonna be wearing my little holiday themed stuff. I'll be showing up with the bells on and singing some Christmas carols to get us in the spirit. But other than that, it's really, I mean, you know how past years have gone. The dress code gets so crazy. Sometimes people, they start taking, start taking their shit off and going nuts.
I think we need a Phil and a Larry Pickle Jar sighting for sure.
Man, we better. I miss Larry.
I know. I actually just messaged him to tell him that he better be at the Christmas party and that I missed him.
Aw. Yeah, I mean, he got a run-in with one of the mods a couple months ago, and then we made him Explorer of the Month, and then he just never came back.
Oh my God.
Well, honestly, we made him Explorer of the Month because I figured it would piss him off, to be honest with you. I did that on purpose. I knew that he was going to be upset. He was going to take offense, a little bit bothered offense to it, but for someone to get like a bunch of genuine emotions about random shit people say on a stream, he's not somebody I would have picked to get upset. But I do miss him. Larry, I miss you.
I mean, there have been a few people to get upset on this stream, me included. So with what you were talking about, mediations with Leslie Tanner, I love facing problems and conflict head on because I'm a really confrontational person. So if you would set that up, I would totally do it.
Listen, say no more. Say no more. You're on the list. I will message you about it. I've got to probably do it after the new year at this point because we're going to do a New Year's Eve stream, Infatuations stream. But after that, we'll probably just do it in January. I'm glad you said something though, because you're definitely on the list.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of drama. I feel like we need to Real Housewives this shit out. We need an Andy Cohen for all this. Yeah. Exactly. I would be a great Andy Cohen. A very manly, straight Andy Cohen.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Andy Cohen's Andy Cohen, he's a weird guy.
I heard that he kind of sexually harasses the bartenders that are on that show in an unwelcoming kind of way. Fram, you don't hate drama. Come on, Fram, you love drama. That is the biggest lie I've ever heard from Fram.
Fram is just Fram is just all about being genuine and keeping it chill. He's never lied. He's not dramatic.
What about what Toaster said with his Discord yesterday, though? Wasn't that yesterday?
What did Toaster say?
Wasn't it Fram that was stirring up stuff with Michaela on Discord and bullying? Wasn't that Fram or was it someone else?
Well, that is one version of the story. That Fram bullied Michaela and was banned from the Toaster server. And then there was the didn't bully anyone. Yeah, no, but then there's his side of it that he didn't bully anybody, and Toaster wanted to fuck with him and be sort of wrathful.
Well, I mean, they need to be on the fight stream.
And the only
listen,
right, Michaela would be terrific on the fight stream. And listen, the only reason I know about this kind of stuff is because it bled over to the Leslie Discord server. If it didn't bleed over to the Leslie Discord server, I would not talk about this. Let that be clear. Well, listen, Flying Veda, this has been a really, I love when you get into the deets about your family. And there's something about, there's something about white trash families that, like, Christmas just cranks up the burner on them.
Yeah.
Like you'll really see, like, you'll see like specific colors of emotion that only come out at this very specific time of year.
Everyone loves a white trash Christmas. Well, I will let you get back to it. Namaste.
But you're going to be around tomorrow? You're going to be around tomorrow for the holiday party?
Absolutely. I'm trying to decide what to wear.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. I'm excited. Namaste, Flying Veda. Thanks for calling in.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.
Great to speak to Veda. We love Veda, huh? Oh, he's in Florida? Right on. Did Michaela have the no bullying tag? Oh no, from class. Yes, she did technically have the no bullying tag. And Fram kept joking about Jesus's red rocket hard-on. And she was like, stop. And he continued, he persevered. Oh, he did stop? Did he stop right away? I actually don't know the details. Oh yeah, that's right. So, but then they brought the drama over the Leslie server, and where the passions fomented. There's no protection to be had with a no bullying tag on the Leslie server. That's for sure. That is for goddamn sure. Nor will there ever be. It's not an anti-bullying place. It's not an anti-violence place. It's not a supportive place. It's not a safe place. Sunshine Melody, good to see you. Good to see you, sweetheart. Namaste to you. All right, we got somebody. Let's see. We got. Let's go ahead and bring in these last handful of callers, guys. We got some callers on the line. Guys, if you are on the line, I will get to you in a moment, but we're going to get through these last three callers for the night. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. What do you want for Christmas? Let's go ahead and bring in our next caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Huck again. I just came here to talk about Christmas more.
Right on, Huck. What else is on your mind about Christmas?
Well, like, I don't know. Where do I begin? Christmas is a huge thing to me. Like, I kind of fucking hate it. I used to, but because of my girlfriend now, I'm trying to figure her not to. But, like, I don't know. Where do I begin? Like, it's existential to me. Like, it started, like, Christmas was the most beautiful, evangelical, like, emotional thing that I would experience as a child. You know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, I grew up in I still live in a remote area, but, like, we'd have to drive, like, an hour and a half across snowy mountains to go Christmas shopping and then hide my face. What parents went through and picked up presents and stuff. And then one year I saw this, it was like, it's not even a good toy, like, looking back at it, but it was Beast Wars or Transformers toy, Beast Wars, where it came with a dual set with the bad guy was a crocodile and the good guy was a bat, and I saw it like the night before. And this must have been before I knew what Christmas was, like knew the Santa wasn't real. I mean, and like that moment of anticipation and joy, like I was like almost literally pissing my pants. Like I was like, I can't wait to get this, and I saw it like a week before, and I just feel like Christmas is so, just as an adult, it's just capitalism at its finest, and I don't like it. Like how can we ever get that joy back? I don't think so. Maybe that's.
Do you think it was capitalism that took it from you?
I think it was just it's just becoming an adult and seeing how jaded the world is and how jaded I am, probably. Like, I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think?
I mean, I think that capitalism or socialism, any kind of economic system or ideology, I think is a convenient narrative to blame for our increasingly miserable condition. You know, because one thing that it offers us, if we can point to capitalism and say capitalism did it, then, and this is something we brought up earlier, right? What it has implied within that is this idea that then, if not capitalism, then happiness.
Then what?
Then transcendence.
Then it must be me. Then I must be the problem. If it's not capitalism and I don't have enough money, then what is it? Is it me? Is it something intrinsically inside me that does? Is it that I don't deserve happiness? Is it that I don't know how to acquire happiness? Is it that I don't know what happiness is? And is Christmas even supposed to be fucking happy in the first place? I don't know. For my Christmases, they were always, my sister, I don't really talk too much anymore, but like, birthdays, Christmas, I think, like, I don't know if it was on the spectrum or something, but every single time, whether it was my birthday, her birthday, Christmas, whatever, every single event like that, family event, like big, you know, what it would end up with her in tears and crying about something. And like, I just remember being a kid and like going from room to room trying to get her to stop crying and my dad to stop fucking screaming at her, you know what I mean? And like no one hit each other. Like I didn't have an abusive like growing up life kind of thing, but like I don't know. It's like everyone has their own struggles, and just because you didn't get hit when you were a kid doesn't mean you didn't get fucked up from it. And somehow when Christmas comes around, it all relates back to Christmas. And like, I'm supposed to feel happy now. Are you, or are you supposed to feel happy for other people?
You don't sound happy.
I'm trying.
You're trying and failing.
Shit. Do you have any pointers?
No, I would not give you mean pointer. I mean, I think exactly there. Not only do I not have pointers for you, but I don't think that this position you're in of trying but failing to be happy is a position that. This position of lacking happiness is itself not a position of lack. It's this position that you're in right now. Is it a trailhead?
Well, okay,
is it a trailhead in your path to the next level? There is not a you that is happy. There's not a you that is powerful. There's not a you that is efficient. There's not a this sense of failure, this sense of sadness. This is you, period. There's no pointers to be had. Only misery.
Right. So how does Christmas factor into it then? It's not a factor. I'm not saying, sorry, I don't want to preempt you, Guru. That would be far.
Oh no, I mean, like we were discussing earlier
But there is this assumption that during Christmas you're supposed to be happy, naive,
exactly,
you know, and other whatever.
Exactly.
I forgot the word.
Exactly, and we were discussing. Do you remember the call with Huck or it was Cool Vaughn earlier, where
yes, I do. That actually brought tears to me. Because if you're still listening, cool, Big V, I call you, but cool, Vaughn. I don't know what term to use. I lost my father. I helped my father choose to do assisted suicide because he had Parkinson's disease, and he was in extended care, taking care of old people, like for most of, like that's what he did. That was his job, right? So, and we had this discussion briefly. He was British, like I said before, so we don't really talk much. But it was kind of like, he's like, I don't want to put that pressure on you. Do you want it? And I was like, no. So, like, I was like a pretty big catalyst in his decision to go along with this suicide. But like, I'd seen him in. I don't want to get too down, but like, when the PD meds are off, they get like it's really bad, right? And so he took the choice, which I think was a noble choice. But what's fucked up is that doesn't relate to my negative association. Like, that was after I already had this huge negative association towards Christmas. I just feel like a lot of people have negative associations to Christmas because they feel like they're supposed to be positive, and they're like, my life isn't like a Hallmark movie.
No, it's not.
So I guess my question is, like, I was going to say, how do we fix that? And then I stopped myself. Like, do we need to fix that? I don't think we do. I think we need to. Well, I think we need to normalize people understanding that feeling shitty is how your life is going to be. Am I wrong?
Well, I would normalizing things is a very, very that's a can of worms in and of itself, to normalize, right?
Fair.
To normalize.
Yes, fair.
But my question for you would be, as far as fixing things, if you can fix it, right? Pain is bad. You can't.
Well,
now,
okay, hold on. Sorry to cut you off the Guru, but you nailed it. If you can fix it. What if I don't want to fix it? What if I want to see it crash and burn?
There we go.
Because I felt like that's what it was for me. And like with my girlfriend now, I'm trying to, I'm pretending to embrace Christmas. Like, not a whole time. We did for like 3 years now, kind of thing, tree and all that bullshit and whatnot. I want to make sure she feels happy, but like, I don't think she has this gigantic anti-gapping chasm that is how much I hate Christmas. She doesn't have, and she was adopted, and she's like had an emotionally like rough upbringing, you know what I mean, as well, kind of thing, right? So she's not devoid of understanding, but she still doesn't she will never understand how much. So like this emptiness and vastness of this happiness that's supposed to be experienced by me doesn't exist for me. And then you don't want to put it on people, so should I don't want to go around teaching people to be miserable. I tried that. It didn't work. They don't like it.
No, you can't. Well, what's the actual question?
I don't know if it's an actual question. I guess I just wanted to relay my experience to some degree and just talk a bit more about the actual Christmas experience, rather than about.
Well, listen, this is why Christmas season. This is why I circle on the Christmas season. I don't just pick these themes for frivolous, empty, simple reasons. I pick this because look at what we're doing, right? You drill down on the supposed positive, and it illuminates the negative, right? It's as if you were in a cave, and the Christmas season are two pieces of flint that you smash together, and for a moment, the spark illuminates the depth and breadth and darkness of the cave around you for a very brief moment. And that's what a brief
moment.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
But then what? But then how does one, okay, so I don't want everyone to feel negative like me, and I'm not trying to say that it's my responsibility to make everyone get me out of feeling negative like that. I'm accustomed to how I feel. I guess it just made me feel like everyone must surely fucking hate Christmas. They just don't admit it.
That's not true. That's not true.
It can't just be me.
That's not true.
How?
There's something wrong with you. There's something there. Your experience, your mindset. There are many people that are much more normal than you and have positive associations with this season.
For sure.
So you're definitely an outlier, and
good.
Yeah, you're definitely an outlier. There's a lot of people that really like it. They love hosting
Why?
parties. They love cooking. They love dressing up. They love decorating.
I like hosting the parties. I love cooking. I like cooking for my friends, having my friends over, all that sort of stuff. It's a family thing, I think, that gets me. And again, that was before my dad doing the voluntary suicide bullshit, right? It was always just like Christmas is family and family is crisis, and nothing even really happened.
Well, listen here.
Not the emotional trauma.
I doubt that, but let me answer. I'm gonna give you a response. I'm not gonna give you an answer. I'm gonna give you a response to the question you asked earlier, and then I'm gonna leave this conversation where it is. Now, you asked earlier. You know, we outlined kind of the states of your suffering a little bit, right? We like that the Christmas sort of illuminates the suffering, and then you asked, then what? Now, I'm not going to give you an answer, then what? I'm not going to give you an answer, but what I am going to say is that if anybody ever gives you an answer, either assault them or run away, because you're being attacked. That person wants to hurt you. If anybody ever gives you an answer to then what, they want to hurt you,
That's right.
Assault them physically or run away. It's up to you.
I'll probably run away unless I've been drinking whiskey. Then I might assault them. I'm usually a runner awayer. I like to talk my way out of things usually, which I
do a bump, swing on him.
Now, yeah, all right, give him a bump. Appreciate it, much love.
All right, namaste, namaste to you.
Namaste, Guru.
Good call. Tanner, I'm just not feeling this, but I think there's some challengers to top dog. Yo, good guy, I'm not sure what you're talking about. All right, let's bring in our next. We got 2 more callers left. Let's bring in our next one. We got caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, Guru. How you doing? It's Psyduck.
Psyduck, brother Psyduck. How you doing tonight?
You know, doing pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, I would say, you know, one of the better nights. Maybe fall in, but who knows? Who knows?
Namaste. Well,
go ahead.
What you getting up to tonight?
Had a long day at work. Had a little happy hour with the work friends. After that, had some longer hours than I had to do when I came back because you know that's the gig of being salaried.
Right.
And yeah, so just hanging out.
Well, listen, let's just jump right into the theme then, Psyduck. What do you want for Christmas?
You know, Guru, I've listened to the past few callers and you know, just trying to reflect upon it myself.
Sure.
I have I guess a serious and a joking answer. I can give you either one of the two. So whichever one you want to go for.
We'll do the joking one first. I can't help myself.
You know, the joking one, I just, you know, let's have the age-old adage of, you know, if these people not getting along on the Discord, the calls, whatever else, you know, listen, let's just sit down, have a conversation. You know, have a one-on-one, because that will obviously fix anything and everything that's going on. You know, you just got to sit down and have a conversation, because then obviously you can get any opposing minds on the same level. A asinine you know, mentality, but so many people believe this, which is
So yeah, the joke is that like conversation and communication will solve problems.
Absolutely. You know,
that's a funny one.
The type of person who's like they're not really a centrist, but for more or less they kind of are, because they don't really pay attention to politics, but also anything that they inherently latch on to where they're like, maybe I disagree. They have this we just need to sit down and have a conversation.
No, we don't. That's a manipulative tactic, if anything.
Absolutely, and it's also a very dumb rhetoric in order to go about it, because the people who think that way are more or less, set in their own ways. But it's people are dumb. The internet has also made people more dumb. But access to information is a thing in and of itself. Anyways, what was your follow-up question?
Don't remember. I think it was something to the effect of there's
the opposite of what I do want for Christmas, instead of some weird random rhetoric.
Well, I mean, I think along the lines of let's just talk it out. This is something that this performance of empathy that you see very often in enlightened, quote unquote enlightened circles. You can find this at a lot of Twitch channels. This idea of support, this idea of safety and support. They are the most pernicious and destructive and manipulative, emotionally manipulative things I have seen on the internet. They are designed specifically to flatten, castrate, and annihilate. Flatten the other, castrate anyone that agrees to participate, and annihilate any differences. And in that way, I sort of resolve the conflict in the same way that dropping 2 nuclear bombs on Japanese cities, got rid of some mosquitoes.
Absolutely.
But it's very violent. They mean it violent.
I'm not gonna. I am, but I'm not going to fully acknowledge Fram's comment. But yes, I think we're kind of digging at a deeper conversation, like you said. Stuff that we maybe are kind of touching on, but don't want to fully touch on. Can we say it's under the guise of Christmas or under the guise of just kind of everything that's going on in the state of the world?
Listen, so are you talking about Fram asking, we're getting questions about your thoughts on Israel?
Oh, is he bringing that up again? Israel, no current public statement or comment on that, Guru.
Well, listen, guys, if we have any, I would say we're at a point in the stream tonight that we've got 1.5 more calls. If there is a sort of horniness to talk about Israel, what a perfect thing to save for the holiday party. What a perfect thing to save for tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Discord server. We'll title the lobby as Israel, yes or no?
Graham, it's not a puss out. I am not of either side, so I'm. Let's just say there's a couple Zionists that I work with, and I don't agree with them. So if you want to take that either which way. But obviously, if you're on the other side, then I may or may not call you a piece of shit to your face. But
well, let's get a little tanked and let's have a Christmas party tomorrow, then, okay?
Alrighty.
All right. This is already. We have got some events lined up for tomorrow. Christmas party, 8 p.m. Discord server. We'll have the Israel room. Okay.
Fantastic.
So real quick.
I won't be in that one.
What do you want? Okay, so tell me the other one. What do you want for Christmas? Serious answer, and then we'll kind of we'll talk about that for a moment.
What do I want? I haven't really asked for anything this year. I think an extreme nerd answer. There's a new Kindle color e-reader tablet, and so that to me is cool because you can read comics and stuff better on there than you could with the traditional one. So yeah, there you go.
You like comics?
The answer ever, but all that I can think of.
You like comics?
Big fan.
Big fan. What's your favorite zone of comics?
Zone of comics?
Yeah, like Marvel or DC, or do you like the artsy ones, or do you like
no particular like
manga?
Singular like distributor. Like horror comics, big fan of like early EC stuff that ended up turning into they had to like pivot to Mad magazine because it was a different licensing thing.
Framweyard with a quick communal vision. Framweyard says, "Oh, so you can read Lord of the Rings for the 10th time in color?" Did he just get your ass?
Not the 10th time, Fram. I've only read it maybe 3 or 4 times. Whatever. Fram is still butthurt because of the whole, toaster thing, but we don't have to delve back into that, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, something tells me that some drama will rise up tomorrow night during the party, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Now, so Kindle, you like the comics? It'll be fun to read the comics and not have to buy the comics, right? Because those are, they're expensive for what they are.
Oh, not have to buy them. I mean, still like on, if you have a Kindle and you're in their whole ecosystem, you're on like, the Kindle Unlimited thing or whatever.
Cougar Pie with a communal vision sharing with us. Cougar Pie says, read Stray Dogs. Any response to that?
What was the thing, sorry?
Read Stray Dogs. Any response to that?
Stray Dogs. I am not familiar with that one.
Well, Namaste, this is a really great call. Namaste, you have yourself a wonderful night.
Thanks, you as well, Guru.
See you tomorrow at the holiday party, all right?
Yes, sir.
Namaste. See you in the Israel room.
Namaste.
Let's go ahead and bring in our next caller of the night in the middle of the Jazz Express. Caller, welcome on in to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's me, Leslie, in the middle of the Jazz Express. Caller, who are we talking about? Who are we talking to right now?
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Here with you, River.
Namaste, Wiki Wiva, joining us for our final caller of the evening. Namaste to you, Wiki. How are you doing tonight?
Namaste.
Cougar.
Namaste. I had a great night. Captain D, please. Have me some Captain D, ball. Woo.
Namaste. Cougar Pie with Stray Dogs is a very good graphic novel, A. Then Cougar Pie gifting 5 community subs. Chromatic Mage, also 100 bits, but not as big as Cougar Pie's 5 community subs. Namaste to you, hon. Can't thank you enough for that generosity. Wiki, tell me, how is Wiki doing and what does Wiki want for Christmas?
Oh my goodness. Oh, Christmas is like a volcanic, emotional, big, heavy, flowing thing that just comes up this time of year. It's just how we want to treat one another, I think. Desperately, we want to treat each other that way. These callers tonight have been hit with a shotgun, like a shotgun of truth. And that truth is so hard to take for some people. You know, it get really weird when they looking in the mirror. And Christmas is a big old mirror. Some people gotta fill it up with gifts. Some people gotta do all kinds of things. They gotta show out. Christmas time. Oh, it's Christmas. But if you get past them jagged parts of your heart, and that little naive parts of your heart, and you can find that place in the middle, it's always Christmas.
Namaste. Wow, what a message tonight, Wiki Wibba. Always, always. Have you been watching the whole program tonight, Wiki?
I got to watch a lot of it there, Guru.
Yeah, because I can tell.
I
can tell, brother, because when you come in here, you've always got something on that mind of yours. That noggin is always churning, and by the time you get up here ready to share that mind and heart of yours, it's always beefy. Namaste. Namaste to Corny Midland. Namaste and welcome on into Exploration. It's great to have you. Now, now, listen, just in general, Wiki, are you a Christmas fan? Do you like Christmas? Bit Wars gifting a community sub. Namaste, Bit Wars. It's good to see you, Biddy. Blessings. Continue, though. Talk to me about...
You go on with that jazz, ball. I think Christmas is just a time where we all want to treat each other really good. And the best presents aren't the ones that you hand to somebody. It's just those presents that never go away. They immaterial. They not some piece of plastic or some machine. But it's really people trying to make how they feel for one another. They're trying to show it some kind of physical way. But the best gifts are the ones you can't hand over. They give them away. This jazz just hit so right. People get so caught up in this holiday, they're going, they bubble up and get all worried about this pressure cooker. I just gotta get that best gift. I gotta get that best gift, girl. Oh, my girl gonna love me.
Now, so you're looking for that special gift for that special someone right now. What are we looking at? What's your style for gift giving for that special romantic someone, right? Do you go for the lingerie? Do you go for a special little experience? Do you go for jewelry? What is it? What's your go-to, Wiki Wiva?
Well, if I really love somebody in a way that you can't put into words, I want to get them a very personal gift, something I know they deeply in they life they want. I want to do something special for them, something they just can't grab off a shelf, something just go, wow, he gave me that. And then 2 years from there, still sitting on that desk, and it's a reminder a reminder of that Christmas, that true Christmas spirit, you know. It's not one of these little pieces of plastic that end up at the old thrift store one day. It's something they take their whole life, you know. I mean, as kids show me, well, getting all them little toys, and Transformers, and He-Man, and Stretch Armstrongs, and all kind of weird things. But when you boil it down, it's just how we want to treat each other. We just have such a hard time. Human beings are such a bunch of chemicals. Woo. But when somebody can't take something away from it, or you can't give something that's not there, that's when you know you're in the spot. You can't take anything from me, and I can't give nothing to you, and you're still okay. That's what.
Wiki, you and I right now, I feel as if we're dancing upon dancing upon the shadow of the moon right now. I feel as if we are clocking into something that really can't even be, articulated, that can't even be touched right now. Listening to you just kind of go off about Christmas like this and leaving these pauses is giving me space through which to express something that I haven't touched in a very long time, and I want to thank you for that, Wiki.
It's always Christmas. It's always ho, ho, ho. And so I like those. It's just one of them things, Guru.
That's true. No, that's goddamn true. That's goddamn true. Now, Wiki, do you have a favorite Christmas carol? Are you a Christmas carol kind of guy, Wick?
I like Christmas carols. They kind of cute. I mean, they can brighten your mood for a little while. They can brighten it. They like Christmas carols.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
A little bit of a jazz, little late night jazz never hurt anybody. That's what I like to say. Now, Wiki Wiva, if you had to say, what's your favorite Christmas carol, right? If you had to pick one, what would be your go-to?
I think out of all the ones, it's a toss-up, Guru, because, these are all little memories as a little boy, and my cow, my pawpaw. And it had to be Jingle Bells, or probably It'll Be a Blue Christmas Without You. It'll be a blue Christmas without you. And then you get the memories of all the people that went on. And you're thinking, whoa, that's a whole bunch of people.
That's
and I
right.
remember that little thing and that little gesture they did, or that little smile they gave, or that little pat on the back when you were feeling down. Those are gifts. Not the package you get stuff in.
Now that's something else. That's something else. That I think that's a very I was expecting you to say something something silly or something kind of inside baseball about music, but you really opened up your heart to us right now, Wiki. Blue Christmas, because it reminds you of those that have went on, that have passed. Wiki Wiva. Wiki, brother, Wicca, Wiki Wiva, you have absolutely, you've given us more than I could have reasonably ever asked for from you, Wick. I want to thank you for this.
Oh, no, Guru. I just enjoyed the show, and I enjoyed seeing how people. That Christmas is a big old mirror, and that shotgun of truth sure does shock people sometimes when they see it.
That's true.
And they go shotgun blast in the face of the truth, and they go, wow-wee, what's going on in my world?
No, if that's not goddamn true, Wiki, I don't know what it is. Listen, Wick, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I really appreciate you rolling with the Jazz Express tonight.
That was the fun one. You were really good at that jazz, Guru.
Wick. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, Wiki, before you go, before we close out tonight, I was wondering if we could have a little bit of a musical offering from you, as you always do for all of your calls. And I can never, sometimes I feel greedy, but I can't ever not ask, because it means that much to me, and I know I don't just speak for myself. I know it means a great deal to the community. Now, Wiki, can you tell me do you have a little something that you could share with us tonight? Something kicking around that old noggin of yours?
Oh, hell yeah. I got a song. It's a gift. This is a gift to you guys. I wrote this song a few years ago. I've never done this song before, but I figured the legends around rock and roll and some of these other big-time singers have wrote Christmas songs. I got a little blues number called Bad Boy Christmas Blues.
Bad Boy.
And I'd like to do it as a gift to the community, as a gift to you, the guru, my Santa Claus, my spiritual leader, the program works. I would like to give this gift of a new song that I've never done for anyone. It's called Bad Boy Christmas Blues.
Bad Boy Christmas Blues. Well, listen, I muted the music on my end. It's yours whenever you want to, Wick. Go for it.
All right, here we go. A one, two, three. Bow now, now, wow. Bow now, now, now. Bow now, now, now. I know he's making a list. Checking it twice. Come on, Saint Nick, give me something nice. I've been hurting long, even if I'm wrong. Got a bad boy awake, it's been too long. No, 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 no. Santa, don't leave me out in the cold. I'm grilling steak, cracking beers, I'm feeling bold. Fill your bags with the finest thing. A blonde, a brunette, a redhead that sings, oh yeah, don't. I was born on a day when the stars wouldn't sway. This ain't all my fault anyway. No, 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 no. Oh, Santa, don't leave me out in the cold. I'm growing steaks, I'm cracking beers, I'm feeling bold. Fill your bags with the finest things. A blonde, a brunette, a redhead that sings. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Wiki Wiba. Thank you so as always. I honestly was hoping you'd do a Christmas song tonight, but I knew that it's always a roll of the dice. I want to defer to you and whatever you see in your mind's eye. And once again, though, you've absolutely delivered, and I am in awe, and I'm in such an immense gratitude for everything that you give to us.
Oh, man, it's no much more fun than having a good, crazy time with you guys. Namaste and Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Namaste, Wiki.
See you at the party tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. And see you tomorrow at the party, brother. Beautiful stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow. That was Wiki Wiba, and that was our exploration with Leslie Tanner tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful stream, beautiful exploration. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you to my mods, my producers, and also my community of devoted light right here. I just sent you guys your postcards. We'll have a podcast up for you tomorrow. Beautiful stuff. What's going on? What's SV doing? Oh, she's doing a little. Yeah, let's go. If she's got that going, she's got a thing going. What's she celebrating? She's got Partner Plus or some shit. Yeah, let's go celebrate with SV, huh? Let's go celebrate with SV. Let's take this energy of namaste and clarity and transformation over to SV. Namaste, everybody. Guys, let's get this raid. But also, I'll see you tomorrow night. Listen, 7 o'clock here, I'm going to be warming everybody up. We'll be getting a nice little thing going, some songs, some vibes, some energy. And then we'll close it down here at 8, head over to the Discord server, and set it off. So namaste, guys. If you're looking for something to do, Tomorrow, you couldn't find a better place than tomorrow night for a holiday party. Like I said, we'll have the Israel room where we can just really go at it all night. We'll have Christmas karaoke. We'll have the Israel room. We'll have the holiday movie screening room, holiday pictures with me, Leslie, but also the Israel room. So namaste. Let's take this energy on over to SV, friend of the stream, explorer extraordinaire. Namaste, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow, okay?